two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
McCarron on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's McCarron to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Do something. Gun. Do something. Gun. Great.
Back to throw. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watch it now, Barney.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
39, green, 39.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Working from the gun here, McCarron under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now out comes Minnesota. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give to Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney!
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey. 4 down.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The give is to Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
4 down. Now get it.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. He finds some open field here. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Bills. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And McCarron will try again on 2nd. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Brief break in the action here. More from Minneapolis after this. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Finds a seam inside the 40. Rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. And down to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the pitch goes to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this second half. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going. But
and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's McCarron. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. His tight end play, the intended receiver. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he's got some space here.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
McCarron will bring the Bills up 1st and 10.
Watch left. Stop right there. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll put... Working across midfield inside the 45.
Go back and watch the movie with your brother.
Drive rolling. It's another
Wait,
first
so
down.
for my first round pick, it says round 1, pick 2. Will that stay pick 2? If I pick it, it'll go up.
Afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Bring it. Check 26. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for McCarron. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
The result, a
Lucky
first
56.
down as the quick slant gets him 14. On first down, McCarron steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check three. We got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, it didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
But that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. And he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing now is McCarron. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now here's McCarron on third. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. On the ground, Ivory into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Mixon trying to punch it in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills get a bit closer. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for the Bills. 59 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down. McCarron now on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Gone!
To throw, it's McCarron. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
McCarron from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 3 down. Set. Now, Katie.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Buying time to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander able to drop him for a loss of 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
4 down. Set.
The This is Bell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bell. A little juke, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll go again with Bell. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On the counter, here's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
McCarron with one final try. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want